Right now, deep in the Bolivian Amazon, a Tsimane man is finishing his day. He has walked 17,000 steps. He has eaten with his family. He has sat with his community until the sun went down. In 2017, Harvard researchers spent years studying these people. Their conclusions shocked the entire medical world. The Tsimane had the healthiest hearts ever recorded in human history, and almost zero depression. They have the same human brain as yours, but a completely different outcome. So what do they know that we have forgotten? 1 in 5 Americans will experience depression this year. For most of human history, that number was almost zero. Your ancestors lived for 300,000 years with almost none of it, and scientists have finally figured out why. For 300,000 years, humans lived in small, tight groups. They were never alone. They were never idle. They never stared at a screen comparing themselves to strangers. Depression as we know it today was almost completely absent. Not because life was easy. Life was brutal. But something about the way they lived protected their minds in a way we have completely forgotten. The first thing ancient humans did every single day was move. Not exercise. Movement. There is a difference. A Tsimane man walks between 15,000 and 17,000 steps every single day. Not because he is trying to be healthy, because that is simply what living looks like. In 2018, a study published in JAMA Psychiatry followed 33,000 people for 11 years. Their finding was simple. 1 hour of walking per week reduced depression risk by 12%. Just 1 hour. Your ancestors were moving for hours every single day. The average modern human takes 4,000 steps a day. The Tsimane takes 17,000. We stopped moving and called it progress. Ancient humans woke up with the sun every single morning. No blinds, no curtains, no alarm pulling them out of darkness at 6 a.m. Just light, immediate and natural the moment the sun came up. Sunlight triggers serotonin production in the brain. Serotonin is the molecule your brain uses to regulate mood. Most antidepressants on the market today work by trying to increase it. Ancient humans got it free every single morning without even trying. The average American now spends 93% of their life indoors. 93%. Your brain is running 300,000-year-old software in a dark room and wondering why it feels broken. Your ancestors never ate alone. They never slept alone. They never made a single major decision alone. A typical hunter-gatherer band had between 25 and 30 people, and you knew every single one of them personally. Their children, their parents, their fears, and their jokes. In 1988, psychologist John Cacioppo began studying loneliness. He spent 30 years on it. His conclusion was deeply uncomfortable. Loneliness is as damaging to your physical health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, 15 cigarettes every single day. Today, the average American has fewer than 3 close friends. In 1990, that number was closer to 10. We now live surrounded by more people than any human in history, and we have never been more alone. Every ancient human woke up knowing exactly why they existed. Feed the camp, protect the children, keep the fire alive. Psychologist Martin Seligman spent decades studying what makes humans truly flourish. His answer was not happiness, it was meaning. The deep feeling that what you do today actually matters to someone else. A Tsimane hunter who comes home empty-handed still tried his hardest. And the camp still eats because the women gathered all day. Everyone had a role. Everyone was genuinely needed. When was the last time you felt genuinely needed by the people around you? Not useful. Needed. There is a difference. Ancient humans slept in 2 separate phases every night, not one long continuous block the way you do. 2, they slept for 4 hours after sunset, then woke naturally in the middle of the night. They lay quietly in the darkness for 1 to 2 hours. Then they slept again until dawn. Historian Roger Ekirch spent 16 years researching this pattern. He found over 500 separate historical references to this exact 2-phase sleep. Prayer books, court records, medical texts, all of them describe this pattern as completely normal. That quiet, wakeful period in the middle of the night was not insomnia. Scientists eventually tested what was actually happening in the brain during that window. The brain produces elevated levels of prolactin during that quiet period, the same hormone that is released during deep meditation. Your ancestors had a built-in meditation session every single night, and not one of them even knew it. We replaced that window with Netflix. None of this means ancient life was paradise, which was not. Children died young, predators killed without warning, drought wiped out entire groups in a single season. But their nervous systems were never designed for the world we built. They moved constantly. We sit for 10 hours a day. They woke with the sun. We stare at blue light until midnight. They belonged to 25 people who truly and deeply knew them. We have 800 followers who do not know our last name. They woke up knowing they were needed. We wake up to notifications. Same brain, completely different world. Depression is not a weakness. It is not a chemical imbalance that appeared out of nowhere. It is an ancient nervous system trying to survive in a world it was never built for. Your brain is not broken. It is just homesick. Homesick for a world that no longer exists. Before you go, here is what today actually taught you. Move more, not at the gym, just walk, because even 20 minutes outside changes your brain chemistry. Get morning sunlight, because 10 minutes before 10 a.m. triggers more serotonin than most supplements, and it is completely free. Belong to something small, not followers, not an audience, but a small group of real people who actually know you, because that is what your nervous system was built for. Find your role, and ask yourself one honest question. If I disappeared tomorrow, who would genuinely feel it? Because the answer tells you everything about your sense of purpose. Protect your sleep, dim your lights 1 hour before bed, because your brain cannot tell the difference between a screen and the sun, so give it darkness and let it remember what it is. None of this is new information. Your body already knew all of it. It has known for 300,000 years. You just needed to remember.